how that works out. I already got paint on my face. This is just thinned out acrylic, so it's not going to burn my eyes. It's a liquid plastic polymer, so it might actually work as a contact lens of some kind by covering up my eye, but maybe a little cloudy, right? Because it's black paint. Try not to get any on the camera. Didn't mean to paint right there, but whatever. I'll use this rag. Wipe things up a little bit. I started using a rag to paint more when I injured my shoulder several years ago. But I used to be all about the drips, but now I kind of like smearing them out. Alright, the cart is working pretty well. I can move it around and stuff. Gonna see what else I can do with this. I don't have a whole lot of colors with the acrylic. I'm trying to use up what I have. But you know, I usually do traditionally have painted in acrylic, but mixing up the paint in an organic salad container, right? Which is plastic, so the liquid plastic, it's in good company, right? I'm leaving a bunch of white space up there for some reason. I do really hope I don't get any any paint on my camera. But everything I own has paint on it, but I don't typically film with this, but we are in 4K right now. We are in 4K. I don't even know how long this will even record. This painting looks even worse in real life. But it looks even worse than that in 4K, right? It's not my forte. The Utrecht Venetian Red, right? See that? Oh yeah. Heavy body, right? That's me, Mr. Heavy Body. Probably a bad color choice for this painting, but problem anyway. What does it matter? Who gives a... Who cares? Probably won't even post this video. step stool, right? This canvas is not, it's primed, but it's not, it doesn't have any gesso on it. I can't figure out if it's like nylon or what, but I got a bunch of it for free, but since I didn't bother to prime over the, it doesn't want to accept the paint super well. This is a chip brush, also known as a glue brush. It's just a cheap hog brush. China hogs, apparently, the hair on them. But it's real sloppy, and it's not even recommended to use with water-based media because it goes like wet hair, because that's what it is. But for this type of painting, that's fine with me. That's what the effect I'm looking for. Yeah, red, white, and blue. What a great painting. Put some yellow ochre. In there. Got this big half-gallon of white, titanium white, right? Just, that's what they put in toothpaste too, and that's way too much. Chewing gum. I don't know. Anyway, I got way too much paint here, but that's okay. Get a little something something going. This little area I kind of like, so I'll keep that in there, right? The fact that this is up against the board plywood is cool because I can beat it up pretty badly, right? Just drawing my brush, but if that were on a canvas, that would be a bit much, like a stretched canvas. So I'm just working intuitively, as they call it in art. I don't really have a plan. I have no plan, right? I'm just creating a composition as I go along. You know? So let's see what else I do. This studio cart's kind of cool, man. It's a utility cart is what it is. Utility cart. And I've got it in the studio. So it's a studio utility cart. Smear a few things around there. Also can get buck wild with the towel, right? It's like a locker room. That never happened though, but to me, or anyway, I don't know. In middle school, I don't know, no. I was gonna say I didn't change clothes, but you had to. But paint's wet, so this marker is probably gonna get ruined, but it's already partially ruined anyway, but I just made it worse, I think. Yeah, that's destroyed. I'll have to let that marinate. So I'm kind of focusing more on that side because of the doggone camera, so this side's not looking as good. I don't think I have any blue, which is kind of hurting me here. But we'll see what we can come up with. Some sap green with some of the Venetian red. I'm just thinning this stuff with water. I don't know, it just makes like a avocado green. Maybe this one has more red in it. It's just looking like puke. Like puke on there. That right there is a puke. But yeah, so I'm really good at making the color puke. Also the color poop. I'm pretty good at that one. So, but my whole intention was to come over here and work a little bit more, but I got distracted from the awful color that I created. Yeah, I don't know. This painting is kind of weird. It's a little bit of de Kooning action going on there. Let's see. The reason why I like to work with thinner acrylic paint on canvas is because it dries more quickly. This is going to take a while to dry, so I won't be able to paint on it for a minute. Well, more than a minute, but it's a figure of speech. Yep. Just, taking out my aggression on the painting. "13 minutes. We'll see what we can come up with. See if we can salvage this painting. I always do, but like to, be suspenseful for you. Give you some suspense. Permanent green light. This is a terrible choice to put in the painting because it is just straight out of the tube and it's like neon. Right? This is going to be a terrible choice. Terrible choice, right? Venetian red. I switched to a different brush. I don't even remember the different kinds of brushes, and it's been painted over, but I think it might be a filbert. I don't know. No, I don't know. Flat brush. Anyway, it's got paint on it. This ugly painting with freaking neon green on top of puke. Right? It's like when they give you that dye so they can see your insides, like a scan of it, and then you puke it, right? That's what this is. Yeah, this is god awful, this painting. Terrible. It's a muddy mess, and the color scheme is garbage. Well, some of it looks like garbage. I don't know, we'll see what happens. Burnt sienna. That's even more like poop. We'll see what happens when I add it with the green. Not much. The old wide brush. This might be, you know, the underpainting. But it could be the entire painting. Luckily I have my left-handed brush. Since I'm left-handed. I don't know, it's kind of shaping up a little bit. It's kind of like Mata. M-A-T-T-A. Kind of getting that atmosphere going. Atmospheric. So this painting is slowly kind of being saved, maybe. I don't know, you could be the judge of that. Utilizing the colors I have to do something, put some paint on a canvas, right? I've been doing a lot of drawing and sketching lately, but it's been very cold and I just have kind of been in a rut with painting. Still making stuff, but maybe this will get me out of my rut a little bit. So thank you for doing that, helping me doing that. Help. I don't know, we got the eyeballs. Predator blood, right? Let's see what's going on here. I don't like to overly do the smearing because then it really does become very muddy. You know what, and that permanent green, I kind of like it, maybe not in this painting, but I think I'll be able to use it in this other series of paintings. But I'm just going to see what I can come up with this color scheme. Get a half gallon of white. And this will just make like a crappy sand color or whatever. Using the same brush. I like to load it up, right? Look at that. I like my brushes the way I like my baked potatoes, right? With a salad, with a side salad, right? maybe I should paint some croutons in here. Right? Maybe I could just paint with salad dressing. Might as well, right? Might have to get an exterminator in the old studio, but oil and vinegar, right? The French Impressionists, right? I was trying to, the French dressinists, right? French dressing. Put some bacon bits in there, right? With the Venetian red, get some bacon bits going in there. You got to make sure if you're making a salad to make it not vegetarian, right? Bacon, eggs, cheese. Basically put like a breakfast sandwich in your salad, right? So it's no longer healthy. So I don't know, I think this painting will be salvageable. I never give up on paintings these days. Very rarely will I just throw something out, but probably this one, right? This one's getting thrown out like a bad salad, like an expired salad with French dressing in a packet. Right? In my studio, instead of the utility cart, I could have like a salad bar, right? Each little container would have different pigments in it, different kinds of paint, you know? And I could do that way. I could paint with, I don't know, a spatula. People do spatula. See how it's looking. It's looking pretty crappy. See, this part I'm being too precious with, and it's not matching the rest of the painting, so see that kind of ruins too, well, that's not too bad, but yeah, now I'm getting into kind of a problem, a gimmicky kind of didactic. I gotta blow my nose, right? See that? That actually looks better than my painting. I might just sell this. Staple that. You know? Try to find people at the salad bar and be like, hey, do you like salad? Well, obviously you do because you're at the salad bar, but would you like to buy a rag that has paint on it with a similar palette of salad? And you would say, no thank you, right? But, you know, you still gotta ask, right? Don't have any blue. Oh, here's some blue. There's ultramarine blue. See that? Dang. Where were you at 24 minutes ago when this painting was still able to be saved? But now it is beyond repair. Beyond repair. Put a little bit of that in there. This stuff is kind of old. It's barely coming out. I mean, it's like hanging on. It's like, I can't. There we go. We got it. Yeah, this, I might switch to a new brush. I don't know. in there. It's like a cooking show. Oh, I just put some blue in there and it's just making like a crappy gray. Battleship gray is what I created, so that's great. Another crappy color in this crappy painting. So that should be nice. Little hints of blue because it didn't mix up all the way. Too much water in it. Oh. Step up here, right? If you're gonna make a crappy painting, you want to make sure that it's crappy throughout, right? Be consistent with the bad look of the painting, right? Yeah, this is getting muddy, muddy, muddy. So I'll need, ooh, there's some of the ultramarine blue poking out of that. So we'll need some more, well it doesn't, you know, there's no real rule, but we'll be needing some more vibrant colors, but not this freaking Jolly Rancher green. I don't want that. Right, you can't get a Jolly Rancher at a salad bar. Unless it was like a candy buffet, right? That'd be pretty cool. Get one of those Jolly Rancher sticks. I don't know if they make those anymore. You could dip it into a syrup of some kind. See, this is where all the good ideas come from, is from doing the crappy paintings, right? That's how people brainstorm, right? That's how the salad bar was invented, right? Invented by a painter. You probably didn't know that. It just happened organically. Alright. What are we looking at? This painting is definitely kind of off balance because I'm trying to be in the camera. It's probably not even capturing any of this. It's probably can't even see any of it. This was a bit much, so I'm wiping that down. It is important to step back and look at your work, right? It may look crappy from up close, but when you get further back, it still looks crappy, but it's not as close to you. So it's easier to look at. Alright. Okay, what do we want to do now? Yeah, this painting sucks. Alright. Let's see. I made the color Yoo-hoo, so that I figured out how to make the color Yoo-hoo or Chocola. Don't want to alienate anyone out there. I know some of you all are Chocola drinkers. And that's fine. Ooh. That's totally fine. Just don't be coming in here drinking Ovaltine, alright? I'll smack it out and smack it right out of your hand. Okay. Pistachio green. Yeah, this is terrible. This painting's awful. Let's see here. So I'm just going around and working different areas and stepping back. I'm going to move this studio utility cart. We got it moved. It's just that simple, right? Okay. Yeah, that was a mistake, that color. It's really bad. Maybe when it dries I can start painting it again, painting over it. Add some water. This is very, very liquidy. Basically just doing a Hail Mary right now. See if any of this painting, once it dries, if it's going to still see the light of day. Right? Yeah, it's a loss. Total loss, right? Now we'll get it figured out. Some of this blue out of here, maybe that'll help. Yeah. Definitely not working. Do some of this stuff. We'll see where it's at when it dries. This will probably be the underpainting, right? And not a lot of it will show through, but it'll probably look worse when it dries. Oh yeah, check that out. Any paint on that? No, just some dust. Yeah, that's terrible. Well, that settles that, right? Cut and dry. How to not make a painting, right? I'm gonna go see if any salad bars are open. You guys want anything?